We've unboxed the charger and we've shown you the plan for making the wiring happen for this 80 amp bi-directional capable charger. Today's episode is all about installing. We've already pulled the wire. I'm gonna show you how we did that, and then we're gonna get to installing this charger on the wall. Let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. We are making some good progress on getting this charger installed. It's gonna be a huge upgrade from the current welding outlet and the current mobile charger for the Tesla. Again, we're charging at 32 amps on that. That's the max the mobile charger will do. 48 amps is what the car can actually take. And hopefully someday we can get an EV in this garage that can back up our entire house. So let's flip the camera around. I'll show you what we've done since the last episode, which is really just pull the wire, and then we can get into how we're gonna install this and where we're gonna put it on the wall right next to this box right here. All right, guys, so makeshift workstation here. I've taken the charger out and I've taken the back off of the charger. So again, you saw this in the last episode. This is the back that gets bolted to the wall. It's got a whole bunch of different knockouts, both on the bottom here, as well as directly through the back, and on the top to run wire in to these terminal blocks here. So what happens then is once this is on the wall, this just gets plugged into it, and then you fasten it through the top with these 4 bolts, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. So what I've already done is taken the charger back and put it on the wall. I've found the stud here. So there's a stud here and a stud here. So we're gonna get 1 bolt into an actual stud, and then these 2 are just going to be drywall anchors. So we'll drill those, we'll put the drywall anchors in. Everything that you need comes with the charger. So they give you the drywall anchors, they give you the bolts to put them in, they give you gaskets, O-rings, nice little caps to go on top, as well as the 4 bolts that hold the back to the actual charger. So let's get drilling here, put the drywall anchors in, and then we will talk about the cable that we ran after we get this mounted to the wall. All right, guys, so the back of the charger is on the wall. I forgot to take this off, but I think I'm just gonna leave this on. It's not really gonna get in our way, but it just helps you to get this thing off the back of this. So 3 bolts secured fairly easy. Again, true drywall anchors, and this one went into the stud. I wanted to make sure at least one of them went into a stud. So before we put the actual unit on here and use the 4 bolts down here to put them in the top and the bottom, I wanted to show you the wire. So we ended up going with 2 number 2 full copper insulated lines, and then 1 number 6 for the ground. So you can see you've got your line 1 and line 2 here, and then your ground right here. So to be an EV charger is a continuous charging unit, since you're charging typically more than 3 hours, and it will be in use for more than 3 hours. So you need to upsize your wire and make sure, so since even though the limit of the charger is 80 amps, since you're doing continuous, the limit needs to be upped to a 100 amp capable system. So we did 2 number 2s, which is actually 125 amp capable, full copper, and then 1 number 6, because you don't need as thick for the ground. And we have a 1-inch conduit up here. So this is basically right on the limit, just below the limit of what we could do. So again, we strung that tape all the way through, and then we basically strung the wire out and pulled from this direction back up over through the conduit all the way over to this box here, and then went from this box in to the breaker over here. Fairly easy to hook up. Again, it's 3 wires. It's not crazy. Obviously, make sure you consult a licensed electrician for this, but we've got the 100 amp breaker in here, breaker's off, and we've got it labeled that we are, this is the Autel MaxiCharger, 100 amps. Let's get the actual charger put on the wall and bolt it down. We'll unbolt it when we go to actually hook up all the wires later this week. What I wanted to show you is the length of the cable is awesome. So again, when I pull my car in, I pretty much pull all the way to here and the cable keeps going. So I could reach basically the front end on the driver's side or the left side of the vehicle with this charger from that location. So I could definitely reach all the way around to the other side, both sides, as well as over in the wash bay area over there. Probably have to do 2-3 wraps over the top. I did mount this a little bit high. So they said you want to be a minimum of 33 inches off the ground and a maximum of 45 inches to the bottom. We're right at about 41 inches to the bottom of the unit. I'll have links to everything we used in the comments below, but thank you so much for watching the installation process of this Autel 80 amp bi-directional capable charger. If you have any questions, put those down in the comments below. Happy to answer them. Huge shout out to our sponsor, Autel, for sponsoring this video. I'll do probably a 3 to 6 month follow-up with how I'm liking the charger, some app usage, stuff like that. Just overall ownership overview of this Autel 80 amp charger. Thank you so much for watching Detached Garage, and I can't wait to catch you in the next episode.